Hello YouTube! In this episode of Shadow Reviews, I'm going to review Batman Assault on Arkham, which is canon to the Arkhamverse, and I'm going to explain to you why this is the quintessential Batman versus the Suicide Squad story. Now, the plot of this movie is actually really simple. The Joker stole a nuke, Batman is tearing Gotham up trying to find it, and he at one point thought the Riddler might know. The Riddler, however, stole some information from Amanda Waller and sends a Black Ops team to kill him. Batman, however, needing the Riddler alive to interrogate him, just happened to show up and easily beats the shit out of the Special Forces team that Amanda Waller sent, thus requiring her to take even more drastic measures, i.e. sending in the Suicide Squad or Task Force X, even though it's a tie-in to the Batman Arkham games. Even though I'm not one of those idiots who says that this film isn't canon, or who would say that, 'cause it is, and it's awesome. The Suicide Squad couldn't get close enough to Riddler without causing an explosion, which tipped off an alarm that was tied into Batman's tech, and when Batman thought something might be going wrong, we get a scene that shows how good of a detective Batman really is. The Suicide Squad did try to cover their tracks by uploading pre-recorded footage of the Arkham staff into the security feed, but Batman has dragged so many villains into Arkham that he has memorized who works there and when they're supposed to be working. So he could tell that this was pre-recorded footage on the first time he watched it. Batman gets to Arkham Asylum and the fight quickly begins. Batman systematically takes down every member of the Suicide Squad one by one. And I just really like the part where Batman goes up against King Shark, and he has these taser gauntlets, and basically uses one of them to give King Shark the old Johnny Cage special. And the look on his face is 100% fitting. If a god basically gives you a heat taser punch directly to the balls, it is going to hurt. Like, you can tell it would just by looking at the face of King Shark here. So anyways, another thing I like about this fight is that you think it's over, but it's not. Deadshot causes an explosion with a rocket launcher, and Black Spider emerges, seemingly having defeated Batman somehow. which actually makes it all the more rewarding when we find out that he didn't. Batman just needed information, and the best way he could think of at the moment to find out what was going on was to knock out Black Spider and switch outfits with him, infiltrate the Suicide Squad, and then pretty much just wait until the right moment to strike. Or, in the instance of this movie, wait until his cover is blown. And you're probably wondering, what exactly did the Riddler steal from Amanda Waller? Well, when Killer Frost tracks him down to kill him, we find out that the reason that Waller wants the Riddler dead is because he knows how to defuse her nanobombs. Apparently, the Riddler was a candidate for the Suicide Squad, but he figured out that there was a way to defuse the nanobombs and thus give the Suicide Squad their freedom back. The process involved sending at least 500 volts of electricity through their bodies, but it actually worked for every member of the Suicide Squad, except for King Shark, whose skin was too thick, and Black Spider, who was stumbling around Arkham Asylum in the Batsuit. I really liked it when the Suicide Squad was leaving Arkham. They have this encounter with the Joker, and Deadshot basically stands up to him, and he does it in the most ingenious manner. And it kind of shows why Deadshot is the assassin that he is. He just walks up to the Joker telling him that the gun he's holding has no bullets in it, and that the Joker will pull the trigger, nothing will happen, and then Deadshot will just kick his ass. Deadshot counts down to 1, forcing the Joker to call his bluff and see whether or not the gun has any bullets in it, which it did, but Deadshot was just doing that to trick the Joker into aiming the gun away from him, putting him in a false sense of security, and then punched him. He was able to get his wrist gauntlet gun thing back, but the Joker was able to escape using Harley Quinn as his hostage. Anyways, the trigger to the nuke the Joker stole was inside Harley's mallet. The breakout scene was also really cool. It was really unique to see both Batman and the Suicide Squad fighting to bring down the Arkham Rogues and contain them. In all fairness, now that I think about it, this should have been, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice should have been Batman v Suicide Squad Dawn of Justice. In other words, The DCEU should have done this in live action. We should have gotten our own live action Batman vs. the Suicide Squad movie. As Deadshot makes his escape, the Joker stalled away in the helicopter, and they get into another fight. Throughout the movie, Harley basically developed a new relationship with Deadshot, and she's deciding which one to shoot, Deadshot or the Joker. But then has to grab the controls to keep the helicopter from crashing into a building. Batman flies up to the helicopter in the Batwing, boards it using his bat grapple, and instantly starts kicking the Joker's ass before the Clown Prince of Crime had the chance to basically shoot Deadshot right in the head. Deadshot kicks the Joker's ass while Batman de-arms the nuke. And yeah, even though the Joker ends up in the helicopter as it falls out of the building, we all know that he survives, essentially to kick off the events of Batman Arkham Asylum. So anyways, the movie ends in a scene where Batman confronts Amanda Waller, telling her that she had completely fucked up and caused a lot of damage, and she basically just mocks Batman after he tells her that she is not that her and none of her goons are to set foot in Gotham City. And she actually thinks she's gotten away with it. Only then Waller realizes that Deadshot is about to blow her head off. And in all fairness, I like this ending because this is one of the very rare universes where Amanda Waller actually gets consequences to her actions. In most universes, she's allowed to pull stunts like this with complete immunity. In fairness, despite being criminals, the Suicide Squad still are human beings, and she treats them like they're tools for her insane, stupid ideas. And this whole thing began because, well, one of her stupid ideas. She should never have considered the Riddler a potential member of the Suicide Squad. And out of everyone in that group, Deadshot was the only one who actually had a kid in this universe. So it's only fitting that he gets to be the one to blow Amanda Waller's head off and make the hole in her head even bigger. And that was Batman Assault on Arkham. In all fairness, this was a really good movie, and it's a shame that we would never see a Batman vs. Suicide Squad movie in the DCEU. But I don't really see Warner Brothers seeing this list and making that movie anytime soon.